Ito yung masasabi ko. Choco Mucho will go as far as Dina Wong can take them. So if
Mm.
Dina Wong plays well this conference, I think they can go all the way to the finals. Kasi if there was one team that really tried to fill in their weaknesses in the offseason, it's Choco Mucho. Kasi
Mhm.
everybody was saying that. Parang kulang pa sila sa open spikers. So you get Des Cheng, you get Isa Molde to help out Pongay and Regine. Pongay, in my opinion, was one of the most improved players in the PVL
Mhm.
bubble. So you lose Maddie. How do you try to fill in that spot? So you get Cherry Nunag, you get a Duque Ogonsanya, and then you get Thang Ponce to help Den also. So I
Yeah.
think in terms of like a team that talagang beefed up, ito yun eh. Ito yung Choco Mucho eh.
Mm.
So Maddie won't be there and Maddie's their team captain. That's my biggest concern in my opinion. Nawala yung leader nila. It's hard when the leader is not on the floor with you. That's why I said they're gonna go as far as Dina Wong can take them because Dina has to be that leader now for Chocomucho. And if she can play inspired volleyball and be superb with regards to her playmaking, I think they can go all the way to the finals.
Mm. Sa tingin mo ba si Dina mas vocal or kasi kailangan mo rin ng vocal leader, mas vocal ba siya kaysa kay Ponggay or Bea? What's your thoughts on that?
Dina's a vocal player. It's just that, syempre, mas senior sa kanya si BDL eh.
Mm.
'Di ba? So it's a tough dynamic because like you want to speak up, but it's hard to speak up when there are players who are older than you. But
Mm.
then, syempre, may nawalan sila ng isang senior in Maddie. So, kailangan na rin niya talaga mag-step up. And I think naman, she's the setter eh. Sabi nila, it's where everything starts.
Mhm.
So she has to be vocal. I think she has those leadership qualities. So she has to that wala siyang choice eh. She has to speak up, she has to communicate, she has to lead on the floor, she has to play make, and her level of play will really determine how far Choco Mucho will go this conference, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, nung under Gia's wing in Ateneo, ang laki na nung improvement niya. And I've been watching
Mm.
her since her rookie campaign in the UAAP and I'm impressed with how she's expanded her arsenal. But then yung sa Choco Mucho nga, you mentioned that don't have Maddie and they still have Bea. But then yung open spiker nga ba nila with Isa and Des, do you think that's enough to compete with the best? I mean, syempre, kunwari kalabanan nila yung cream line and semis. I don't know if they could in the semis or they play Cherry Tigo with Din, Mylene, and EJ and Shaya. Like, is that enough in that position to actually help them? Or is Kat gonna have a hard time? I mean, I think she had a hard time last year trying to manufacture the points for them.
I think they got the best players they could have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi Des Cheng, um, she had seasons in LaSalle where she was the primary open spiker. So when you have that
Mm-hmm.
experience, ano na eh, hindi na bago sa iyo yung role.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously in F2 she had to take a back seat. Now she's back in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So I think hindi na siya maninibago na yung bola mapupunta sa kanya. Same thing with Isa because Isa was one of the main gunners along with Tots sa UP.
Thoughts, yeah.
So dapat wala nang unfamiliarity yan. There's no more like oh crap, I'm like the main spiker
Yeah.
here. Wala nang ganon. So I think they
Mm-hmm.
got the best players they could have gotten and I think it's enough. I think it's enough. Tsaka I mean if you're Dina Wong, you have Kat Tolentino on one side of the net. You got BDL in the middle and you
Yeah.
got Pongay or Isa or Des. That's a lot of weapons, man. So it's really up to Dina talaga eh. For
Mm.
me, kung ako yung magko-commentator diyan, it's how many Dina amazing plays she can make that will determine how far Choco Mucho will go in the
Mm.
PPL.
Yeah. Kanina nga sinasabi mo lahat ng additions nila. Medyo marami yun. And I don't know,
Marami.
I don't play volleyball naman and they didn't have that much time to practice because of the Omicron variant nga. And do you think that chemistry could actually be an issue? I mean, I'm not sure how it works. Like Lasal lang kasi when I watched them in the UAP and even nung latter part nung Coach O time and Ateneo, mahalata mo kung gaano ka-close yung team and yung chemistry nila na dadala nila on the court. Pero here with new additions who will play major roles, who are tasked to do a ton of responsibilities right away. Do you think that'll be a issue? I mean, when adversity strikes, syempre when they win, walang mangyayari. Pero pag adversity with no Madi pa, in addition to that.
I think when you spend a lot of time doing TikTok videos and you spend a lot of time in the swimming pool and you don't have chemistry, that's a problem. Pero ang dami ko nakikitang mga ganon every time
Yeah,
I
same
scroll on
IG.
social media, di
Yeah.
ba? So,
Mm.
I'd be surprised if they didn't have no chemistry. Di ba? So, ayun, I don't think there'll be some issues with regards to chemistry. Obviously, there'll be a little adjustment period, but they've had time and nagti-team building naman sila. So by the time the PVL comes, I don't think naman na may pagkukulang yon with regards to chemistry. And
Mm.
it's not just Choco Mucho going to deal with that. There are a lot of other teams here in the PVL who have new players. So all of them will
Mm.
be juggling and trying to find ways to find the right combination on the court.